Holy shit, we actually made it through the year of 2016. Obviously, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the worst fucking years in films in history that I can think of, that I can remember. Either way, though, I'm your spoiling host the most, the phenomenal one. Now, I know I'm a little bit late, but, when we did our podcast version of our best and worst of 2016, I was a little bit under the weather, if you will, whatever. But now that I feel so much better, my voice is back, I can la 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 la, I can sing and do everything that I normally do when I do on the podcast version. I said, I just gotta drop a video because 2016 was that god awful. I gotta talk some more shit. So I put my sport coat on, I got all nicely dressed up, got my well, this ain't alcohol, but it's close enough though. So people, I'm recovering off of sickness here, so bear with me here. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the top 10 worst films of 2016. Gonna go ahead and speed rush through 10 through 6 just so I can get down to the nitty gritty. Now, to be fair, this list consisted of over 30 films, and either one of them, I really didn't care where they were numbered at because, well, I don't know how you can excuse bullshit over other more bullshit. So I had to shave this down to only 10 films, which was very fucking hard. So if your film didn't make the list, oh, trust me, it has a special place somewhere in my heart because I'm sure it's somewhere on my bottom barrel bitch list, if you will. And there was a lot of shit this year. Oh boy. We seen some terrible ass superhero films, DC. We seen some religion films that sucked ass. We saw a lot of racist films this year. We saw a lot of films where it's just like, why the fuck would you make that? We saw films make a comeback, Max Steel, looking at you. And we saw films that just tried to tug on those heartstrings but just didn't work, Collateral Beauty, looking at you. So let's go ahead and get into the top 10. Number 10. 10 right here. When the Bow Breaks. Well, what needs to be said about this film? It wasn't initially on my list because I had some horror films on my list, such as the Disappearing Act Room, whatever the hell that shit was called. But then I just remembered, yeah, I don't think anyone gave a fuck about that movie because no one went to go see it. When the Bow Break, though, not only made a lot of money, but it's that yearly release of Screen Gems where they like to release a film, get the two most popular black female person and male person, hook them up, and then some Fatal Attraction shit happens, whatever, where it's a bunch of bullshit and nonsense. When the Bow Breaks, fuck that movie, don't go see it. Number 9. I believe my number 9 is Criminal. Ah, yes, Criminal. People like to forget about this action movie because there was a lot of other films this year that came out and I won't say replaced it, but there was a lot of other action films that were just as probably stupid. Jason Bourne, Independence Day, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. But Criminal, I remember when I first saw that film, which, by the way, I wasn't looking forward to. Gal Gadot's in it, it's got Kevin Costner, Ryan Reynolds is in it for about an afterthought, and then after that, yeah, the movie just gets dumber. Well, first of all, the movie starts off fucking stupid. It's a movie about them putting a chip inside a guy's, which is Kevin Costner's brain, and he's an insane criminal, but they want to put this chip in his brain because, well, hey, like Suicide Squad, let's get the criminals to do our work, right? The criminals, they're gonna listen to us, right? Right? No, that's the stupidest fucking idea ever. But either way, though, they stick this chip in his head so he can get the memories of Ryan Reynolds in here so he can find this person who has the information that they're looking for because he's the one that stashed them. Well, like in any criminal film where you fucking hire a criminal to do your work, they start to not listen to you. Oh, what do you know about that here? Then next thing you know it, they end the movie with him saying, well, because after he didn't save the day by doing some bullshit ass antics here, they say, what do we do with him now? Do we lock him back up? No. We make him a cop now, whatever. It's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Whatever. Number 8, The Wildlife. Nobody remembers this animated film. Well, you know why? Because nobody saw this shit. Well, hey, I'm here to say that this movie kind of makes Norm of the North looks like a fucking Oscar contender. The Wildlife, oh my god, such a boring piece of shit. I was so mad at myself for this film because I think it was like the only film that came out that week. And obviously they didn't have screeners for us, whatever. But, so I was like, well, need a review for the week. The site needs content for the weekend. Ain't no movies that came out, so might as well go see The Wildlife. Plus, hey, nobody else is gonna go see it, so maybe it's that hidden gem of the year. You never know. And it is a hidden gem of bullshit. And the fucked up part about this story is it's based on a true story or the memoirs or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Either way, though, it's dog shit. What other number am I on? Number 7. Yeah, there you go. Meet the Blacks. You know what's worse than than The Purge? A fucking parody. Number 6. Boo, a Madea Halloween. Didn't I say I was gonna get through 10 through 6 pretty quickly? A Madea Halloween. You know, I had one terrible theater experience this year, which I'm gonna get into a little bit later. And it has to be probably the worst theater experience I've ever fucking been in. This is the problem when you don't have screeners for certain bullshit ass films. You go to midnight showings of it and you watch bullshit. Well, this wasn't the case with this one. I actually went to a nice theater for this one. Because I knew they didn't have a showing for this, and I was like, well, might as well go somewhere where I know the locals won't go see this film. No. This theater was fucking packed, full of antics, bullshit, and ignorance. And this had almost every color race in here. But Boo and Madea Halloween, what's so bad about it though? Number 1 is the acting. Tyler Perry can never seem to get any kind of fucking good acting for his films. Second thing is, they're a bunch of YouTube stars. Hey, YouTube. And third of all, the premise is fucking stupid. It's fucking retarded. Number 5, though. And now, number 5 is where we get into the nitty-gritty, if you will. The Perfect Match. Another one of those films I got to saw with my co-host, Cody, and packed theater, Century City, AMC. Not a screener for it, so hey, might as well go see it, right? Think we'd have a good time? No. Terrence Jenkins is the lead actor in this film. I think that's his name. I really don't give a fuck. But Terrence Jenkins, you are not a leading man. You are just fucking awful. Matter of fact, his whole story is just bullshit. And, you know, the sad thing about this film, Daisha Polanco is in this film. Oh my God, I love that girl. If you don't know who she is, she's the Spanish girl. She was pregnant in Orange is the New Black by the white cop or whatever and stuff. I don't watch that show that much, so I don't really know the details of the situation. I just wish it was my baby instead. But either way, though, so she's in the film, and she's got, I can't remember the brother's name, but he was in Clueless. He was in Scrubs. I think Donald Faison, if I believe I'm not mistaken. Sorry, brother, if I'm messing your name up here. But they actually have a story in there. Probably not enough to make a good film, but there's actually a story arc in there where you could see something coming out of it. And you're just like, why isn't this the focus of the movie? It's where she can't have kids, so they're struggling to have a child and stuff like that, you know. So, but with Terrence Jenkins, his is more so, I'm a player, you know, so I can never think about settling down. You know, I sleep with so many women, you know, until I found that one, which is played by Cassie. And ugh, these people can't act for shit. But the one thing I will say about this, Cassie is fine in this film. I mean, good Lord. Oh, my Lord. When she walks in there with just that long-ass trench coat on, like she's about to get butt-ass booty naked and stuff like that, and she takes that trench coat off and it rolls like, oh, my God. Ooh, Lord. Oh, my. Oh. Ooh, just gives me memories thinking about it. That's the thing about those movies. They always put the best of the best. Spanish, black, doesn't matter. Just the best of the best women in those films. And to that credit of that film. But other than nonetheless, though, it's such bullshit. And then there was like some kind of fantasy because he worked for YouTube. And he kind of had like some marketing company for YouTube where he was like some self-made billionaire off of it. And it was just like, brother, you ain't making that much off YouTube. I can tell you that right now. French Montana's in the film. Hey, yuck mouth motherfucker. And, you know, that's one of my pet peeves in movies. I don't like actors or people that think they can act, French Montana, who show up in movies out of nowhere. And not only do they not hold a damn thing to the film, they don't serve a purpose in there, but they can't open a fucking mouth. I can't stand that shit. If you're going to be in a movie, please move the teeth, harden your teeth, and move your mouth. Move it, not like this, but move that motherfucker or whatever and shit. Let it ripple or something like that. Just let it talk. This motherfucker comes in here and just makes noise. Huh? 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 I was like, oh, God. And people's in the theater, oh my God. He's so great. He's a great rapper. Oh, I love him. Fuck that nigga. Anyway, moving on. Number 4. Which I don't even remember what number 4. Oh. Number 4. Oh, my old buddy. We make a comeback, don't we? You know, I've always never really liked this guy. Nor have I really never liked his movies. I just don't give a shit about his movies. And I just recently saw one from my throwback show I do on Tuesdays. Not too long ago, but it was a pretty amount of time. Probably like summer or something like that. And rewatching that just made me think, like, I don't like this guy so much. And I'm talking about Kevin Smith with Yoga Hosers. He made a film for his daughter, him and Johnny Depp's daughter, Harley Quinn Smith. Ugh, fucking cringe every time I hear that name. And Colleen, I think that's her name. I don't remember. Whatever. There are 2 girls who, I swear to God, I hope they're not in a band because, my God, just go ahead and put that rope around the neck right now. Tie that motherfucker up. Hang it up on my ceiling fan and just spin me for days. Because if they're making music, fuck me in the ass. Not slow. Hard. Finish it off. Leave me bleeding to death. Because they open up singing in this movie and it is dog shit. There's not a goddamn thing in this movie that penetrates into saying, why should this be a film? And first of all, number one, people, if you know, I have a, how do I put this? I have a slow hatred for Canada. And oh boy, this movie just sits up there and talk about Canada like nobody's business. And they got these terrible fucking Canadian slang accents where, oh, just eats me up inside. They constantly say a boot. Where I know not a single goddamn Canadian says that shit. That shit was just annoying as fuck, whatever. They had this dude who was supposed to be the boyfriend, well, not the boyfriend, but the guy that Harley Quinn Smith was into and stuff. He was just the fucking worst. I mean, you think Johnny Depp is gonna be bad after making his comeback with his character from Tusk? But no. He was bad, don't get me wrong. He fucking sucked ass, actually. Sucked ass through a straw. But this boyfriend guy right here, or whatever the hell he's supposed to be, not only mention his character plot is kind of just stupid as fuck, where he's some satanic demon figure, if you will, whatever, something like that. He never turns into a demon or anything like that. He just worships the devil or whatever. But then he has this accent where he's talking, and every time he talks, because he's got that bullshit ass, you know, that white boy hair that curls over your eye, whatever, and you just like, you swing it back and go like, sup, you know, how does it feel, you know, you want to, like, I don't know, go to Starbucks and get a fucking mochaccino latte or something. Whatever the fuck they have. I don't drink coffee, people. I drink alcohol. And he's got that look on him, so you constantly just want to punch him in the face. But then when he opens his mouth, you literally just want to hold him down and say, if you open your mouth one more time, I'll slit your wrist one at a time. One at a time. Like Cody would say, not vertical, horizontal, or however he said that, but he said it so perfectly that I got to steal it from him. But this movie sucked ass. It's not even a movie or whatever. And then for Kevin Smith to sit up there and cry with his daughter about how we made a movie and stuff like that. That's good. That's fine. I'm proud of you, Kevin. Do things for your daughter. That's awesome. Father hanging out with his daughters. Oh, I feel the love, the bonding and stuff. Keep that shit in your own goddamn home, though, next time. Don't release that shit in theaters. Nobody wants to watch this shit. I damn sure don't want to watch this shit no more. But I hear he has a 3rd film coming out for this trifecta trilogy here, whatever the hell I just did. I did a square. Anyway, though, he's got another one coming. I think it's Moose Jaws or some bullshit like that. Whatever. It's probably gonna be a low fucking as well too. Fuck that movie already. Number 3. Oh my God. Remember when I said we talk about my worst theater experience here? Well, here it is. 50 Shades of Black. Number 3. Oh my God. This film, man, I want to say this film kind of kicked off the year too. January 29th, I do remember the date now because Cody reminded me so well in that worst of list or whatever. January 29th. This film kicked off the year. Like we should have had an inkling that this year was gonna be just fucking awful thanks to this film right here. This was on the cusp of the Oscar so white thing, whatever, and this film dropped. And this film sucked so hard, it made me wish not only I was a different color of my skin. I was embarrassed to be black this night, I'm not gonna lie. I had a theater experience people like no other. Midnight showing, I saw a woman sitting right in front of us, and she pulled out a box of aluminum, well, not a box, not a fucking box, a bag, aluminum foil in stack, and I looked at Cody and said, "You smell that?" And I kid you not, people, it was hot sauce, and I looked at her, she had a thing of chicken rubbing it on there. There was one dude in there, oh my God. Like he was a fucking Muppet or something like that, whatever. And then there was another chick in here too, who her phone, kid you not, ringed 8 times. And she picked each one up. There was even a moment where she said, "I don't even know who this is," whatever. "Hello?" And I was just like, why the fuck would you answer it then? You're in a fucking movie. At least step outside. There was another one where their kid was running up the aisle and shit like that. Back on that phone bitch though. Fuck that woman right there, first of all. She literally sat on the phone and chatted with this person and fucking told the premise and plot of this like, why would I say that? This movie has no premise or plot. She told what was going on. She was giving fucking play-by-play of the fucking film. Howard Hughes Center, Cinemark Theater. I want that theater to be known. That is the ghettoest, negroiest, that's why I just made up a fucking word. Not in the history of niggerdom have I ever seen a fucking theater this goddamn insulting the way it was, whatever shit. And I didn't mention this movie is fucking awful too, especially when this chick, because as soon as the movie fucking started, she's fucking dancing because they playing Chris Brown music. She's in the theater. Yeah, it's like, put your goddamn hands down and have some fucking dignity. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you people? Why in the blue fuck would you want to make an ass of yourself in a fucking theater? I ain't saying I'm no professional, as you can hear my voice is starting to vary. Like, I ain't saying I'm no professional, but I ain't saying I ain't no professional, because damn sure I'm not. But fucking Christ, have some goddamn common sense. And then you get to this fucking movie, it's just racist as hell. It has no fucking meaning at all. The jokes ain't fucking funny. I mean, who the fuck was he writing this for or whatever? They did a Weeknd parody in here, and it's like, ugh. If I don't hate The Weeknd already, I hate him even more now just because of this stupid ass fucking parody here. They got this chick in here who I swear to God I thought was Rebel Wilson. My man Cody corrected me on that one. It wasn't Rebel Wilson, it was some other chick. She's playing a fucking wigger in the film. And there's nothing worse that I hate in a fucking film than a fucking wigger. A wigger is the most fucking asinine thing you could ever put in your fucking movie. This movie kind of broke me in a way, not gonna lie, because I sat there and didn't realize what the hell I was watching. And I remember in a time span, people, you know I love Cranberry Juice. They brought up they brought up Back to the Future, 12 Years a Slave, and Cranberry Juice in a matter of a minute. And I was just like, oh man, Marlon Wayans target that at me or something like that? Was that like, hey, fuck you, whatever? If you thought A Haunted House was bad, it's like Marlon Wayans is finding ways to top himself. This time, he didn't have Cedric the lame-ass entertainer in the film. He had Mike Epps in here, who was just as fucking retarded as he was in Meet the Blacks. Can we just get on for break from this film? I don't want to talk about this film no more. This might be worse than Soul Plane. It's on the level up there. It's just, fuck this film so hard. Number 2, as if I didn't think anything else was going to offend me this year, but God's Not Dead 2 found a way to do that. And that was like 2 months literally after 50 Shades of... Well, then again, Meet the Blacks came out, I think, before that as well, too. So, as you can see, this offensive train was just keeping going and going and going. God's Not Dead 2, though, people. If you don't remember the first film, me and Cody did a lovely video... Well, not a video. We did a review of that one or whatever not too soon, because I had to make him watch that film just to get the scope of what the God's Not Dead franchise is in there. Don't forget the Newsboys in there. Every time they singing about Jesus... and the Lord and stuff. The Lord is my savior. He comes and down. No, they don't sing like that. They go like, they got more rock Christian brand to them and stuff like that. But this movie, oh, God. This movie tested every bit of my atheist patience that I have. I'm not one of those hardcore atheists or anything like that that's just saying, if you believe in God, you're a fucking moron or anything like that. No. I don't do that. I don't really care. Just, you do you, let me do me. If you believe in that and it helps you have a purpose or anything in life or something like that, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But when you come and force your religion on me, I'm going to toss some facts to you. And this movie says, fuck facts. We ain't got time for fucking facts. We here to teach you about the Lord, okay? Please, Lord, help me just get one more God's Not Dead movie. No, fuck that shit or whatever. The movie in here is such bullshit, whatever. And the thing about these movies I hate the most about these movies too, though, is they poke at atheists. They poke at atheists like a motherfucker. They taking a pen and they going like, hey, you feel that? Hey, you're wrong, I'm right. There's even a line in the movie, people. I kid you fucking not, where Melissa Joan Hart father says, because, you know, their whole questioning thing, because they take this whole, her whole faith to court and stuff like that because she brought up God. Now they're trying to convince with Jesus. Now they're trying to convince that Jesus is an historical figure, not a belief or anything. Well, he's both. And someone is like, man, shut the fuck up, please. And there's a scene with her father who's sick and ill and stuff like that. He pretty much says, you know, the world is a crazy place. I just don't see how you could live in a world where people don't believe in God, because if you don't believe in God, I don't remember the line for verbatim. I don't want to quote him, but he pretty much said, if you don't believe in God, you a dumbass. So, you know, that might be worse than the quote I could have had for him, but still. And I remember just looking at that and I said, yep, brain is off now, whatever. Not that I even had a brain go into the fucking film, but still, whatever's left of that brain, 5% of that just shut down in here. And this is another one of those movies I saw at midnight, no screener, saw at midnight by myself, sitting there, just wondering, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Why did I choose to review films for a living? Why? Just why? Why? Like I couldn't do like alcohol, or I couldn't, you know, do podcasts about, you know, traveling. You know, I couldn't do a podcast about, you know, how racist fucking America is and stupid sometimes. No, I had to choose movies. Why? Because I thought it'd be fun, entertaining, and let's be real, I get to see free movies. So it's a win-win, right? No. Fuck no, it ain't. No, it's not a win-win at all. Getting to the nitty-gritty now. The number one. Numero. What the fuck? Dude, Jesus Christ, my Spanish. Oh, numero uno. I believe so. Yes, numero uno. Not dos, uno. I'm Not Ashamed. Another one of those God films that's supposed to be about the Columbine shooting, but turns out to be a God film. And I'm not ashamed. Well, you should be fucking ashamed. But if not, then I'll be ashamed for you, because this piece of shit of film, another film, no screener for it. But I remember when we read about it. On an episode of Movie Spot, I was like, I gotta see this film. I got to. Because I was like, this movie just screams bullshit. And I know it's gonna make my worst of it. I didn't expect it to be number one. I didn't think anything personally was gonna top 50 Shades of the fuck is that movie called? 50 Shades of Black? Yeah, whatever it is. Shit. The Negro version of it. I didn't think anything was going to top that. But this movie, oh my God. Then I saw God's Not Dead 2. I didn't think anything was going to top that. I'm like, this movie just more than something. But this one took the cake, because they took a national incident here, one of the many tragedies here in America, the Columbine shooting, and they tried to use that as a stepping platform, as a premise to push this religion aspect on the people, where they're trying to say that the kids that shot up the school and stuff were atheists and evil against Christian people and stuff like that. This movie, oh my God, I have such a fucking hatred in my little black heart for this film and stuff like that. There's even a scene, people, I kid you fucking not, when they decided to show the theater, I remember the one kid, he's like, is this a joke? With his terrible ass acting and shit, and he's got his fucking fro going on or whatever, his little curl fro, his little Jew fro working and stuff like that. He gets shot, the girl gets shot, who's the main character of this film. And I love it too, because she comes up and he's just like, where's your God now, huh? And she was like, and he grabs her by the hair and he's like, tell me, you still believe in God now? And I was just like, oh, you gotta be shitting me. This didn't happen in real life. What the fuck are you talking about right about now? And she's like, she looks at him with her last breath, like it's a goddamn action movie or something like that. She's like, like she's pop locking her titties or something like that. She's like, You know it. He looks at her, puts her down. Go to him then. Shoots her in the head. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was like, I love it too because it's like she self-baptized herself in this film too. It's fucking hilarious what they do in this film. She's like, I guess she goes out of town to go stay with some family members for the summer, so her cousins and stuff like that. And she's like, her cousin's like, come on, let's go to church, girl. Remember, we used to go to church, because they some country fucks, they don't have anything else better to do. Come on, let's go to church, girl. And she's like, I'm not about that life no more. No. I just don't believe or anything like that. She's like, girl, you gonna have a good time. It's gonna be me and you. We're gonna do it. They go to this empty ass church. Nobody else up in this motherfucker except that one motherfucker in the background with his hand in there just playing this shitty ass cover song. When have I not you love me till you ever need you? And was her narrating in the background, whatever. I fucked that song all up, by the way, but that song, it's probably just the same. Her in the background saying, Jesus Christ. And she's feeling it too. She's like, she's doing this and she, whenever love you never see me, help you see this. And then she puts her hands out. She runs to the center of the stage. She's like, Jesus Christ, what have I done? Can you ever forgive me for ever losing faith in you? I put my faith and my love back into you, Jesus. Lord, have mercy. And the dude in the background, he's like, you feel that? That's the power of the Lord. And then next notice, just seeing her running into the fucking ocean lake or something like that, jumping on it. And then she's like, self-baptized. But what's more insulting about this film, though, is this film goes through a period of showing you the come-uppings of these two kids who shot the school up and stuff like that. It's showing little hints in there and stuff. It's playing out like it's a plot or something like that. They even have a video, like I don't forgot what this, I was about to say show and tell, but they too goddamn old to be doing some show and tell. I got a show and tell for you. Yeah, show, then tell that. But they do like some fucking project or something like that, and they have they give a tape where they all in black and they go like, you know what I'm ridding the world of? I'm ridding the world of people who believe that they're above people because they believe in their faith and stuff like that. Bullies, people of faith, they need to be exterminated, whatever. Then they get like this kid and they shoot him down, whatever, like fake guns, stuff like that. And I remember the Christian girl, she's like, do we have to watch this, teacher? And the teacher's like, no, we don't. I'm just like, the teacher needed a fucking 16-year-old to fucking tell that you shouldn't be watching this in a goddamn public school. What the hell is wrong? So they made it seem like these two kids, they had a vendetta against the girl who was just like, so you think you're better than us? You think you're gonna stop our video, our movement? You can be up in there and you praising all that, whatever stuff? Yeah, we'll see you later. And just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, please. Yeah, fuck that movie, dude. And that is the top 10 worst films of the year. Top 10. Run it down real quick. I'll go with When the Bow Breaks. I remember Criminal, The Wildlife, Meet the Blacks, Boo, A Madea Halloween, The Perfect Match, Yoga Hosers, 50 Shades of Black, God's Not Dead 2, and I'm Not Ashamed. We finally made it. Thank God. 2017. Please, Lord, make 2017 interesting in movies. Please, Lord, just make it interesting in movies. Because, damn, this was fucking hard on my life. I think I shaved about 10 years off my life. Well, being a black man in America, I already shaved off 10 years of my life. So I shaved off an extra 10 years of my life watching these pieces of shit film. So hopefully 2017 can give us something better than this bullshit is. So, do you agree with my list? Do you like my list? Think this is bullshit? Because you didn't have this on your list or anything like that. What's on your top 10 list? Hell, if you didn't see that many movies, what do you think is the worst fucking film of the year is? Suicide Squad. I can understand that because the movie's a piece of shit. So, like I would say, go ahead and check this video out. Like and subscribe. Check out our website. Check out the podcast version. Cody's on there too. Gets his top 10. Totally different from mine. That's at MovieSpoilsPodcast.com. I'm your spoil host of the most, the phenomenal one. And we hope to see you in 2017 with a much better fucking film list than this bullshit right here. Later, bastards.